signs, how y'all doing? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We're going to take a little look here tonight and see why the person you were interested in pulled away from you. Something a little different, never done this before. I started on this several days ago and then got really busy and didn't get time to finish. So for those of you who saw that and have been wondering where the air signs were, my apologies. I know it took me a while to get to this one. This is going to be one mini reading for each air sign. One for Gemini, one for Libra, and one for Aquarius. For those of you who are in need of a personal reading, the information is right down there in the description of this video. Okay? All right. Gemini. Let's see. Why did this person pull away from Gemini? What was their feelings? Why did they pull away? Why did they back away? Let's see. Oh, shit. 10 of Swords. Honestly, I think this person doesn't even have any faith in love, to be honest with you. I don't think so. I think this person got some serious trust issues. They had no faith in love. They just don't. And I know it can be incredibly frustrating sometimes dealing with somebody, especially when you're willing to lay it on the line for somebody, you know? And you know that you're willing to fucking offer everything that somebody claims to want, you know? One of the most frustrating positions to be in, when you see somebody you know there's potential, you know they've been treated badly, you know they've been done wrong, you know what they want in a partner, and you know you're the one that's offering it, but they're too fucking broken to see it. It's one of the most frustrating positions to be in. But that's what I think you're dealing with here. Somebody that just has no faith in true love, period. Now, I want to preface this by saying that none of this excuses this person's shitty behavior. But however, I do think that whoever they dealt with in the past broke them down so badly that this person doesn't have an ounce of self-esteem left. Not really. Now, what do most, well, not all, but I think most people do who have low self-esteem? They search for validation, right? People with low self-esteem are addicted to validation. Now, when you're addicted to validation, that's no different than being addicted to any fucking thing else. Doesn't matter what it is, drugs, alcohol, porno, sex, gambling. And if you've ever been addicted to anything, you know that you can never get enough. It's never enough. Ever. Never enough. So, yeah. You might have just been dealing with somebody that was too fucked up to be in a relationship in the first place. All right, well, what was I? Shit, I probably should have watched the other videos back because I don't even remember how I read these. What was I supposed to read after this? Was there an advice spread? I don't remember, dude. I started this several days ago and never got around to finishing it. I did the fire signs and the earth signs like a week ago. Well, fuck it. Let's get some advice. Advice for Gemini. Advice for Gemini with this situation. Ooh, the 5 of coins. All right. This advice is probably going to come through a lot with these readings. If I remember correctly, this came through a lot for the fire and the earth signs. This is the ghosting card, okay? And this is primarily the type of situations that we're reading is people who were ghosted or switched up on. Now, I don't care who you are or why you're watching this video. When somebody randomly switches on you like that, or they ghost you, or for whatever reason, they just flip a switch and turn into a different person, that means one thing. you can't trust them. Period. That means they're not who you thought they were. That's what that means. They're not who you thought they were. That means they were hiding something. Period. 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 When somebody ghosts you, that means they're hiding something. Now, what were they hiding? Dude, we could sit and talk all night speculating on that. Maybe they were hiding their true feelings and intentions. Maybe they were hiding some other side piece that they had on the side. Maybe they were hiding a whole fucking double life that they were living. Something. Hiding something. So it would be in your best interest to take the picture that you painted in your imagination of who you thought this person was and delete it. Delete it. Be willing to completely scrap that picture that you painted of who you thought this person was and delete it. This person's not who you thought they were. I would even go as far as to say that the universe did you a favor. If you and this person did take things further and you really did get to see them for who they really are, you probably wouldn't even like them. You probably wouldn't even like them. All right, Libra. Libra. Why did this person pull away from you? Why did they switch up on you? Why did they ghost you? Person Libra was dealing with or interested in. Goddamn, Ten of Swords too. Okay, well, I just talked about that to Gemini. Let me see what else comes through. Ooh, the Emperor. Oh, you know what? So, first of all, this person can kind of tell. Well, there's several scattered messages here. Don't take these in any particular order. These are kind of scattered. The first one that I'm seeing is that this person knows that in order to be with you, they would have to step up their game. They would have to step up their game. I'm thinking that this person didn't quite have it all together like they made it seem like they did. You know? Especially for those of you who dealt with somebody you really didn't know all that well at all. Maybe you met them on a dating app, went on a few dates with them. And hey, maybe they pulled up in a nice-ass car, had on some nice designer clothes, took you to an expensive restaurant, look like they have it all together. Well, that's all for show. Whatever persona this person was putting on, it was all for show. I don't think this person had it all together the way it looked like they did. And matter of fact, they know that they would have to really step up their game in order to lay a foundation with you. And they don't want to do that. They're afraid that if you realize that, you would think that they're a loser and judge them for it. They didn't want you to get too close. Also, I think this person is afraid of getting emotionally attached to anyone. So they're probably emotionally unavailable anyways. This is kind of like that weird situation where somebody is lonely, they're empty, they're broken, they want a relationship, but without letting a person get too close to them. They want you just there, right? They don't want you in too close, but they just want you there. And that, that's, I can't really think of a better way of explaining it. You know what I'm talking about? Have you ever seen a person like that? It's weird. It's really bizarre. It's like they live in fantasy world. at the end of the day, it's kind of like codependency. You know, they want a relationship to make themselves feel better about themselves. That'll alleviate their loneliness, but they're too afraid to let you in at the same time. See what I'm saying? But when it all comes down to it, I just think they were straight up intimidated by you. Let's get the advice. What's the advice for Libra? Ooh, 4 of coins. Emperor reverse, 2 of swords. Ooh, well, I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to tell you what. I'm thinking that you have something that's due to come in that is much better than this ever would have been. Ever. Ever. It's hard to say if you all have a soul contract or not. It's hard to say. But you actually have something much better than this due to come in. Normally what comes through is, in a situation like this, normally what you'll hear me say is that being tied to this person is blocking the next person from coming in. I don't think that's the case here. I wouldn't say that it's blocking the next person from coming in. However, if you're tied to that person, when the next person comes in, that energy could interfere. Especially if this person comes to a dead end in their love life and tries to come back. That could really start energetically interfering. And you don't want that. You don't want that. So, just trust the universe. You got something coming in much better than this. Much better. And if this person does come back, proceed with caution. Okay? Because when people like that come back, they usually do that for one reason. Because their other options fell through. So what that means is you're a backup plan. All right. Aquarius. 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 Mm-hmm. Why did this person pull away? Why did they switch up on you? Why did they ghost you? Ooh, Queen of Cups. Well, they had an awful lot of feelings for you. Page of Swords. Knight of Swords reversed. King of Cups. Wow, okay. This is interesting. How am I going to... This is weird. Okay, so first of all, this person did have a lot of feelings for you. And I think that scared them a little bit. This person thought that you were way too good for them. And that scared them. So they abandoned you to avoid you being able to hurt them first. Does that make sense? In this person's mind, you were way too good for them. Way too good for them. They couldn't figure out if you knew that or if you just hadn't realized it yet. But they were playing this scenario out in their mind of how bad it would hurt if the two of you got together and how crazy, stupid in love they would fall with you. And then you wake up one day and realize how much better you can do and you ghost them. They were trying to avoid that. Because they didn't think they were good enough for you. And it was just a matter of time before you realized that and fucking destroy them. I think this connection scared them. This connection scared the shit out of them. Okay. Huh. That kind of puts a monkey wrench in the flow. I didn't expect that. That was weird. Well, okay, let's see the advice then. What's the advice? What is the advice? Uh-oh, Queen of Swords reversed. Queen of Cups reversed. Temperance. Well, Ace of Swords. If you're wanting communication with this person, it's probably going to have to be you that does it. But here's what's slippery about this, because let's say you put yourself in a situation where you're chasing and begging after them. Okay, I don't think you're going to do that, but let's say you did that. With this person already in a place where they have no self-esteem, that would really go to their fucking head. That would really go to their head. And I don't really know if they would know exactly how to deal with that. They might let it go to their head and turn it into a game. They might. Because in their mind, they never pictured themselves being with somebody like you. Like, you're just like way out of their reach. You know how a lot of people with low self-confidence, they have that one type of person that they invented in their mind. It's very idiosyncratic. It's way out of their reach. There's no way I'd ever be able to get a person like that, you know? And then if that person actually shows you some interest, it can fuck you up on the inside, you know? But then if that person starts really showing you interest and you're scared that this person may be too emotionally immature to even really know how to deal with that. And it has nothing to do with anything but the way they perceive themselves. And what was I just saying in the Gemini reading? People like that can tend to get addicted to validation. So the only thing I can say with this situation, you might try communicating with them one more time, but I'm kind of feeling like they'll probably just give you the cold shoulder. If you try communicating with them and they still keep giving you the cold shoulder, the cards are saying surrender and keep your options open. That's what this is saying. Damn, dog. Well, it's worth a shot, though. It's worth a shot. There may be one or two of you lucky ones dealing with somebody that actually wants to play a part in their own healing, in which case there is potential you could do something with this. If they really want to play a part in their own healing and their own growth and their own evolution, this could potentially go somewhere. But if not, proceed with caution on that. Don't you be trying to beg and chase, or they gonna play with that. Okay? They're gonna get high off of that. Be careful, okay? All right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my air sign family needed to hear, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget to check the description of this video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. All right? I'm out of here now, y'all. I wish you love, luck, light, and prosperity on your journey. Stay blessed.